My name is Jillian Cavanaugh. I'm in the Department of Anthropology at Brooklyn College and the Graduate Center. My area of specialization is linguistic anthropology, but I also do cultural anthropology as well. I received a grant from the National Science Foundation, the Cultural Anthropology section, for about $120,000. It's to investigate basically the labor that goes into producing heritage foods. And by heritage foods, I mostly mean foods that are culturally important, foods that people point to and say, this is what we eat, what our grandparents ate, what their grandparents ate, and what we hope to feed our children. And a lot of those foods are being lost or not made anymore. And so people who choose to produce heritage foods are really doing it for not just to make money, but also to kind of save their culture and participate in often cultural revitalization. And I was really interested in the choices that people make in order to try to be kind of cultural saviors as well as economically successful. I work in Italy, and so who isn't interested in food in Italy? But my previous research was about language in Italy and about a local language in the same place where I'm still doing my research called Bergamo in the north of Italy. And thinking about the traditions that people want to take with them into the future. And the kind of basic question of whether you can be modern and traditional at the same time. And language is a great place to look at that because you have to choose what to speak to each other, what to speak to your children, what to teach your children. And food enters into that as well. You have to make choices about what to make, what to eat, and what kinds of things you want to bring into your house and into your body. And so it really flowed out of that, this ongoing interest in kind of how do you bring tradition and modernity together in everyday life. Well, I'm already working on a couple different writing projects. I hope that it'll culminate overall in a book, and I'd love it for it to be a book that not only my kind of scholarly peers would be interested in, but also other people outside of academia might find interesting. I think that food, local food, and how you save it and get at it is an important issue that a lot of people are thinking about and talking about right now, and I'd like to participate in that conversation. One of the great things about doing this project was that I got to hang out with some really wonderful people. As an anthropologist, I'm really interested in the kind of everyday practices that people do and how they make sense of those practices. So what I chose to do was to follow and hang out with a few different producers of heritage foods. And there's so many heritage foods in Italy. Cheeses, salamis, pasta, polenta, rice. And so I chose, for various reasons, salami and other kinds of meat products, prosciutto, those kind of things. So what I did was hang out with producers of those, and I sought to kind of see as much of their practices as I could. So from raising the pigs, to slaughtering the pigs, to making the salami, to marketing the salami. One of the great things I did was to help out at a farmer's market. One of the smallest producers who, that's how she made her living, was by selling all of her products at farmer's markets. So I had some great moments of selling salami and having people ask, I don't think you're from around here. You're American? Why are you here selling me local salami? And that conversation was always really fun because it pointed to a lot of things about why people cared and why people bought these things or didn't buy these things. And for me, it was a really great way also to kind of give back to these producers who, you know, they didn't have to let me into their lives and their professions, but they were really generous and let me see what they were doing. So I really enjoyed that.